There you go. There you have it, Imperial Cookies, perfect for any occasion. Hi, my name is Anna. I've been baking for the past 20 years. I've developed a passion for baking from my Italian parents. So join me for some delicious, quick, authentic recipes. I have hundreds to choose from and to share with you. So whether you're just starting out or have an interest in baking, follow me and we'll get inspired. Benvenuti. Today we're making Imperial Cookies. This is delicious, delicate cookie that's great for any occasion. For this recipe, you'll need flour, butter, sugar, baking powder, salt, egg, raspberry, icing sugar, water, and vanilla. I'll have the full recipe at the end. So we're going to start by creaming our butter and our sugar. Okay. We'll use our paddle. Butter. Just to soften it up just a bit. Okay, so we're gonna pour in our sugar and cream that together. Just scrape our bowl. There we go. Just gonna scrape down a bit. You want your butter and sugar just a little bit softer. Okay, so our butter and sugar is well creamed. We're going to add our egg. And we're going to cream that together. Make sure you scrape down the sides. You want to make sure everything is nice and combined. We're going to add our vanilla. It smells so good already. So now we're going to add our flour. And I'm going to put the baking powder and salt together. And we're going to pour in our flour. You can make the dough ahead of time if you like, and then just roll it out when you need it. I'll start with this low speed. I don't want flour everywhere. And the rest. It's a really easy recipe. The dough is ready. Okay, so we're going to roll out the dough, but at first I'm going to knead it just a little bit, just to combine it all together, and just flour your surface, and just there's your dough. You don't want it too soft of a dough, and the more you knead it, the softer it becomes. So there we go. Dough is ready. That's all it needs. Okay, so you're gonna cut off a small amount, and you flour your surface. So I'm rolling the dough out, and I'm using a cookie cutter, but sometimes what I do is I use a scoop. If you don't, you want to be, save time, you can scoop it out and press them down. I'll show you how you can do that as well. But we're going to roll this dough out. Make sure you had enough flour so your cookie dough doesn't stick to the surface. So I'm using a smaller round cookie cutter, and I'm just going to press down. It's really easy once you can make these ahead of time, the dough ahead of time, keep it in the fridge, but also you can cut your cookies and bake them ahead of time. This way you can fill them whenever you're ready to serve them. What I like to do also is have either a spatula so we don't destroy or interrupt the shape of the cookie, I should say. Just grab your leftover dough, knead it together, just have it all combined. Okay, so this one's ready for the oven. And we'll pop it in there for about 8 minutes and we'll see how it's gonna do. For the thickness, I've gone 1/5 of an inch or any desired thickness that you like. I like my cookie dough to be a little bit thicker. You can really taste the cookie with the raspberry filling. It has a really nice balance. Yeah, all ready for the oven. I also wanted to show you how you can make Imperial cookies using this. It weighs about 20 cookie scoop. I've gotten this size. Sometimes, when we're rolling out our dough, sometimes we don't know if it's too thick, it's too thin. So I find that if you use a cookie scoop and just make sure it's flush to the palm of your hand and it's even, because if you grab a bit of like this, if you grab a hollow portion of the dough, you're not going to get a nice round size. So all I do is I fill it up, and always make sure you just kind of knead your dough. Grab the cookie dough right at the palm, just even it out. So what else I do is you can press them down just the way they are, but I like to make them nice and even. So I'm gonna flip them over. There we go. So then you can get a glass, you can get any utensil you have. I'm gonna use my measuring cup, and you get a piece of parchment paper and just press down to the desired thickness of your cookie. You see that? Sometimes we don't have a scoop and it's hard to find the right size. And if you want them a bit thinner, you could scoop less cookie dough. That's fine too. There we go. Okay, look nice and brown. They look beautiful. Okay, so we'll pop in another one. Okay, so now our cookies are ready, and just before we fill them, we're going to ice them. So what I have here is a bowl, and we're going to make our icing with icing sugar and a bit of water. So start by adding your icing sugar, and with water, you want it a bit thicker consistency. So we're just going to add a little bit of water and mix it well. And just keep adding. You want it to stay a bit, but you don't want it to be too liquefied there. And if you do make your icing and it's too runny, you could just add more icing sugar. That's not a problem at all. There you go, and just mix it well till it's all thinned out. So it's a little too thick, so I'm just going to add just a little bit more water. There we go. You can buy the icing already made at the store, but if you don't have any or you forget to buy some, this is easy. If you have icing sugar on hand, very easy to make. We're going to dip our cookie. So I wore a glove because I'm just going to remove the excess icing sugar. And what I like to do is just kind of spread it evenly everywhere. And don't worry if you have little areas that are not perfect. It's going to actually spread right into it. So I like making my Imperials this way. I like icing them before I fill them. This way, all you do is you're not going to interrupt the cookie. It won't fall apart. And it'll stay nice and beautiful. And if you don't want to dip your cookie, you could also just put some icing sugar on top. Just dip your glove and spread it. You can also do that as well. So our Imperial cookies are ready to be filled. So I've got a piping bag, it's just easier to apply. There we go. Get your raspberry jam. So you don't want to put too much in the bag. Now we're going to cut a very small tip size. Take out that much. Discard this to fill right in the center. So again, depends how much filling you like, but you know what? We're going to make these a little bit fuller. So we're going to place the other one on top. Okay. So the reason why it's a really good idea to make these the day before, because this way when you're pressing down on the top, you won't get your fingerprints all over. I like to taste the raspberry jam as well. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I have a nice tray, a nice platter that I'm going to place them in. There we go. I think that's all for this platter. Now for the finishing touch, all you want to do right in the center is give it a small little dot. There we go. Don't they look beautiful? So there you can put them nice and close together. There you go. There you have it, Imperial cookies, perfect for any occasion. So if you enjoyed this recipe, like and subscribe.